Now, first of all, from Infinity Ventures Summit, there will be a 1-minute introduction. Good afternoon. My name is Ono of Infinity Ventures Summit, and we would like to prepare a stage for startups both in Japan and throughout the world. And so therefore we have the IVS Launchpad. This is held twice a year. We have continued this for 10 years, and in Japan, this is becoming one of the most attention-worthy events of this kind. And we have seen many highly proficient managers from this event, and there have been 261 startup companies that have been fostered from our Launchpad event. And our IVS Launchpad will continue to contribute to the birth of the future. And we would like to introduce Pocket Marche. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, it was almost exactly 1 minute long. Thank you very much. Now, Infinity Venture Summit selected Pocket Marche, and here's the presentation. Please begin. I'm sure that you had 3 meals yesterday, but who reminded you of the food producer in any of the meals? Every day, we are eating the carcasses of animals and plants, and it is the producers who are gambling their lives on this. But for us, we think of food as almost like an industrial product, and it's almost like refueling your car when you are eating. But we have this kind of an industrial meal, but there are many producers who are facing a crisis. There used to be over 10 million farmers, and now it's less than 2 million. And as for those who are 39 and below, it's only about 120,000 farmers. So who is going to create food 10 years from now for us? I used to be a local representative in Iwate Prefecture, and we used to talk with 5,000 farmers, and they often suffered from solitude. No one is taking care of them. They have to raise the crops, but then after that, they ship it out, and that's it. And they don't know who's eating it, and they are often requested to reduce prices. I've often heard about this. And there was the Great East Japan earthquake. There, many urban volunteers came to the regional areas to help. And for the first time, they were able to see where their food was being produced. And they were able to have contact with the food producers. And they were able to realize the value of the food they ate. And if we have the decline in the primary production, then we have this divide between the consumers and the producers. But I believe that the Pocket Marche can provide as a role as a bridge. In the Sanriku area, we have seen fishermen who have wanted to sell on their own, but they were not able to do so because of the communication limitations. But then Pocket Marche allows you, with just 3 minutes, to display your goods by the smartphone. And if you get orders, then you can immediately arrange automatically for the deliveries to be made by Yamato. It will be possible for them to package this and provide it to Yamato, and they will provide that and deliver the food the next day. And this is the situation. And there used to be many wasted food that had to be thrown away, but this can be sold over the Pocket Marche. And from throughout the world, from throughout Japan, there is the fish or various farm products and so on that are being displayed. And for each food producer, there's a place for communication with the users. For example, here on the left-hand side, when you ordered certain fish, there were also some extra crabs and prawns that were provided because they had excess stock at the producer. And so therefore, we have this kind of an engagement between the user and the food producer in this way. And also, if you actually consumed it, then it is possible to send a message of encouragement, which encourages the food producers tremendously. So it's not just the delivery of food, but there's going to be bi-directional communication between the food producer and the user. And the 31% of the users are actually communicating. And unlike the left-hand side where you see a large distribution system, what we're trying to realize is what you see on the right-hand side, whereby the food producers can use their smartphones to immediately provide to the consumers. So it's a C2C world, and it has much more diverse, has greater variety in the food that is offered, so that this offers the greatest variety in Japan. And the margin is 15%, so that for the food producers, they would be able to set appropriate prices. We are looking at 36 locations to foster food producers. And so we are going to try and develop even more areas and food producers to join us. We are not robots, we are humans. We are not eating just to supplement nutrition, but to enjoy our meals as well. And so therefore, what we want to do is to try and revitalize this, and we hope that you will support Pocket Marche. Thank you very much.
What a passionate presentation.
まさにですよ。
審査員の方、
そうです。
I spoke English, John, but that was quite a presentation. And IVS did a good job because they're a public company. And of course, Pocket Marche is something that everybody probably wants to try and use. And so I'm sure there are a lot of people who want to invest. Well, after the presentation, we can look into what the impressions were. But thank you very much for the